Hello, my name is Morena Jiménez, and today I am going to talk to you about the famous essay Self-reliance, written by the American author Ralph Waldo Emerson. A summary about this essay: two ideas to comprehend this essay. It is better to live by your own means than depending on others. A true man has to live by his own values and convictions and not those dictated by society. To me, those are the most important ideas about this essay. But to understand these ideas, we must clarify what is self-reliance. Upon word reference, the digital dictionary, self-reliance means to rely on oneself for one's own powers and resources. That means to gain independence from everything and everybody and to be able to do things, to think about ourselves without depending on others' ideas. For example, which ideas in the text did I find the most inspiring, powerful, and why? The first one that struck me was that there is a time in every man's education when he arrives at the conviction that envy is ignorance and that imitation is suicide. Why? I found this one very insightful because it is true. Sometimes when people envy others, it's because they find themselves like they might not do as well as the others are doing, and that in order to shine, they had to imitate what others are doing, and that is very dangerous because how about yourself? Maybe you can create your own ideas, you can create your own group, you can create your own fashionable way that it is truthful to your nature. But in order to know that, people really things to get to know themselves. Another idea that I like is that what I must do is all that concerns me, not what the people think. This one is very truthful. Sometimes people is so worried about doing things the correct way so society won't say bad things about them. And so we spend our life trying to look nice, trying to look put together in order to stay put with society, but in the end, we not, might not be happy. Host would be a man must be a non-compromise. What that means? It means that in order to grow up, we cannot be stuck in some idea that someone said. We had to keep growing up in our minds. We had to keep growing up in our skills, the skills that we must develop in order to keep growing up in life. What had I to do with the sacredness of traditions if I live wholly from within? This means that sometimes we rely on relation in order to act correctly, and that's not right because we don't have to be good people only because we go to church. We have to be good people because it is the right thing to do. The law can be sacred to me, but not on my nature. The only right is what is after my constitution. This is very powerful also, but also very dangerous if we take it the wrong way. Because when we set our mind on something and we think it is right only because it's what I think, we might ask ourselves if I'm not going to violate other people's beliefs or rights. So it is right to do, yes, because I think so, yes, but I had to be very careful of not doing harm to other people. Are the author's ideas still relevant and useful in our modern society? Yes, definitely they are. Why? Let me explain why. Today's society is so full of social media polarization because we tend to expose ourselves in this new reality that we have, where everybody goes to Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp to show others that we are happy, that we are good, that we are achieving this and that. And sometimes that's not completely true. People are suffering, people are going through a lot of pain and challenges, but what people see there is not the reality. Other people also relies on other people's appreciation in social media. For example, some students, some teenagers might be in the need of likes when they upload a picture of what they are doing, and that is okay in a certain way, but when we have to rely on other people's likeness in order to fulfill our needs, in order to feel that we are satisfied, it might be dangerous because there might be a time when that's not going to happen and we are going to feel like something's missing. So it is better to be content with what we are. It is better to know ourselves really well and stop imitating others. Stop trying to make other people happy because in the end, the mission we have in this world is to make ourselves happy so we can be happy with others. So thank you for watching and I hope you can read it one day. Self-reliance.